One percenters, welcome back. Coach Tommy here. Let's look at this ESPN clip of Max Kellerman. And
before we get into these rules, listen to what Kyrie Irving had to say about the roles on the team. This is the press conference Saturday after the game. Listen to Kyrie on the roles of Kyrie Irving and James Harden on the Nets.
You're doing a great job of just managing the point guard role. We established that maybe 4 days ago now. I just looked at him and I said, you're the point guard, and I'm going to play shooting guard. And that was as simple as that. So he's been taking control of the responsibilities and doing an incredible job. It just makes my job easier. Just go out and play free and just make plays. So it's a luxury. Just want to continue.
A lot to unpack here. Kyrie Irving saying he went to Harden and said, you're the point guard on the shooting guard.
All right. We all know that Kyrie is a shooting guard. Remember the roles that I told you about, guys. Scorer, playmaker, slasher, defender, and sniper. James Harden's a playmaker, number one. He's a playmaker, number one. He's been forced into being a scorer on the Houston Rockets, but he actually drives and playmakes, but he's just never really had people that he's really trusted to close out plays or finish a play. So he's taken upon himself to be a much better scorer, and he's really, really, really good at scoring. But a scorer's mentality, James Harden does not have. What is a scorer's mentality? A scorer's mentality is, I'm 0 for 10. I'm making the next one. I don't care what you think about me. I have no opinions. I don't care what you think. I'm the best player there is. I'm going to do it by myself. James Harden tried. He tried really, really hard. A scorer's mentality is super hard to have. There's very, very few people that have that mentality and actually have the skill to back it up. Kobe Bryant being one of them. Kyrie Irving is a scorer. He always tries to do it himself. When things get tough, he doesn't turn to look to his teammates to try to do it. He try to do it himself. 15 dribbles, get to the rim, score. He's shown he can do it for spurts. Can he carry a whole team through a whole season and playoffs and win in the playoffs like that? Hell no. But he tries. So finally, I guess Kyrie Irving has evolved enough to tell James Harden yo, I'm a better scorer and you're a better point guard or playmaker. Be the playmaker. So there's no kind of disputes about roles on the team. When Kevin Durant comes back, he's a scorer. Actually, now that I think about it, Kevin Durant's more of a sniper. It's so easy for him. He doesn't have the mentality of scoring, getting a bucket all the time. I'll do it by myself. So now that I think about it, yeah, Kevin Durant is more of a sniper. He'd rather just pick and choose when he scores and shoots. Like, we know he shoots lights out. So yeah, Kevin Durant is the most ridiculous sniper ever. That's why it's so easy. That's why you never see him really struggle. You never see him push the pace. He can go score whenever he wants, but really he's just picking and choosing. And that's why Kevin Durant is so efficient, because he can be. I mean, he's going to work off of James Harden. He's going to sit and wait when it swings in. He's going to go pull up jumper or shoot right away or something like that. That's why Kevin Durant is so efficient, because he picks and chooses when he's going to score, where he's going to score so well. So on this team, it looks pretty well defined if they stick to this. James Harden's a playmaker. Kyrie's a scorer. KD is the other sniper, the most underutilized sniper in the NBA. And then you got Joe Harris, another sniper. And then you have to have DeAndre Jordan fill that defender, set the screens, do all the bullying, do all the rebound, do all the dirty work. And that's the role of the team. So that's how they need to run. And I've been saying that for a little while now. James Harden should be averaging the most points on the team. His scoring should go way down. His efficiency should go way up. Kyrie's points will go up. Durant's points will probably stay the same stay the same or go down. So that's it, man. The Nets thing is so easy. If they haven't figured that out, like, you don't need a coach to figure that out, man. Steve Nash he gets paid to sit on the sidelines and watch the game. All right, let's see what the hell else Max Kellerman has to say. A lot of times it makes no sense.
That's that. Kyrie's got a lot of Kobe in him in this way. Kobe Bryant's one of the most intelligent athletes I've ever spoken to. I don't know what his measured IQ was, but I'm sure it was sky high. And he didn't have a lot of formal education, obviously, coming straight from high school to the pros, but he had a lot of worldly education. Spoke Italy and spoke several languages and traveled the world many times.
Stop talking about Kobe. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving.
And Kobe had a way. of coming up with ideas that seem in everyone's best interest, but especially his. He would explain to you why he needs to take the most shots and he needs this and he needs that more control. And he was right. The way he put it to you, the way he framed it, you say, yep, that is true. But it also seems self-serving at the same time.
When Kyrie Irving was on the Cavs without LeBron, he tried to be point guard. He tried to be a playmaker. That didn't work, obviously. When he got put on a team with LeBron, LeBron is the playmaker. LeBron is like basically the best playmaker in the NBA or ever, basically, because he's so strong, so athletic, and he thinks the game ahead of steps. But Kyrie Irving didn't like it in the beginning because he wanted to have the ball and make all the decisions. But now that Kyrie has matured a little bit, he's realized it's easier if you have someone help you get open easier. And so all he needs to do is go out there and score. It's pretty easy. So Kyrie Irving showing a little bit of maturity.
In other words, what was in his best interest was in the best interest of the team. And he was usually right about that. And it also put him in position of leader and shot caller. Now, think about what Kyrie Irving said. He went up to James Harden and told him how it was going to be. Kyrie's right. He's right. Well, it's kind of self-serving in a way. In a way, it seems magnanimous here. You control the offense. I'll play off ball. Except who's going to be taking all the shots? And look who's taking all the shots now between Kyrie and Harden. And yet Kyrie's right. James Harden's a better player than Kyrie Irving. What does James Harden do better than Kyrie Irving? Does he shoot from the outside better?
James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Who's better? That's a stupid question. I know they got to talk about this all the time, but who's better? Depends on what you need, man. Kyrie Irving's a better scorer. Harden's a better playmaker. Durant's a better sniper. Everybody has secondary roles. So James Harden's secondary role is a scorer. So yeah, Kyrie Irving's secondary role, I guess it's a playmaker. It's probably going to be a sniper. Kevin Durant, his secondary role is a scorer. So depends on what your makeup is and what roles you fit. Who's better? It doesn't matter because it's one system, one team. Everybody has to contribute optimally for that team to perform very, very well.
I don't think so. And the numbers say he doesn't. Is his mid-range game better? Nope. Are his handles better? Nope. Is he better from the line? What's James Harden better at than Kyrie Irving exactly? But he's a better player. No two ways about it. Because James Harden shows greater wisdom in terms of when to deploy his various skills than Kyrie. James Harden is actually, as much as he's one of all-time great scorers, and we talk about the greatest scorers ever, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, those guys are all better than Harden. Well, look at the numbers. Yeah, but in his day, Kobe was scoring more in a league where it's harder to score. Well, other than those three guys, Will Chamberlain, Kareem, some bigs, Harden's right. He's in that category or the next thing to it. So it's not that he can't play the off-guard position. It's that he's better controlling the offense of the team, and Kyrie is better when he can just be a crazy offensive weapon. So it's kind of self-serving for Kyrie in the guise of, hey, you control things. I'll give that up. Yeah, but Kyrie gets to take all the shots. But he's right. Kyrie's great at taking shots.
Max Kellerman is just hating on Kyrie, calling him selfish, but Kyrie really wants to win a lot. And the best way, it seems like Kyrie's actually the smartest player on the team because he's identified that the pieces fit the best this way. So he sees the bigger picture of it all, and he either got uncomfortable and told James Harden, hey, you need to do this, and this is how you're going to fit in better, or he's being selfish. I don't think he's being selfish. I think he's being selfish for the team, but not selfish individually.
Kyrie's weakness is in wisdom in terms of when to deploy his various skills. But in terms of scoring, just putting on a show, we have a tendency, because Harden's taller and Kyrie's shorter, you put Kyrie at the one and Harden at the two. No. Harden's skills are actually, although Harden can also play a great two, better for the two, and Kyrie's better for the one. Kyrie Irving is absolutely right about this. That's if DeAndre Jordan stays healthy and hungry on defense, and the big three stay healthy.
All right, well, that's enough of Max Kellerman. But like I said, guys, the system is broken. You don't have to play by the old traditional ways. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no positionless player. Okay, well, I'm not categorizing you based off of your height, your vertical. I'm basing you off of your mentality. Like, what kind of brain do you have? And does your brain mentality, playmaker, scorer, sniper, or defender, slasher, which one of those are you? Which mentality do you fit in? And then I'm putting you there. If your skills match that mentality, then you're going to be really, really effective. But if you have some kind of dissonance or some kind of disturbance in there where you think, you're the best scorer of all time, but you can't even put that ball in the hoop, yeah, you're not going to play any freaking minutes. So you got some delusional players out there, and you're wrong, you're crazy, who knows? But if you're one of those types that what you're good at, and that's the role that you fit, and you exceed in that, you will be very, very successful. I'm tired of hearing people hate on basketball players that they don't really understand the game. I guess they're trying to make media noise, but I think this is good for the Nets and Steve Nash. Man, you are lucky. dude, I could coach that team and just let the players figure it out themselves. All right, guys, until next time, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better.